Hi, Kyber1 here with the World Builders Journal, Episode 8. Today we are discussing questions 36 through 40. Alright, so question 36. Think about the laws of your character's world. What is forbidden or taboo in this region? Does your character abide by them? What are the consequences if you don't? This could be a supernatural thing. It could be a cultural thing. It could be pretty much one of those two things. Like, there's a reason why they shouldn't do things. And that's a great question. 37. What trophies do you collect during your adventures? Describe 3 pieces of your collection and the stories behind them. I would maybe ask players in session 0 if they are interested in trophy collection. And then maybe give them an additional trinket if they have a good story for it. I would also potentially award a small amount of XP for this, as it is character development. Alright, question 38. What is your signature move in battle? Describe it in as much detail as possible, the exact flourish of your blade, or the appearance of your spell. Once again, I think this is an excellent session 0 question. Because, and in private too, because you want the characters to initially have this aspect of them that is their signature, if you will. And I honestly really like that aspect. And some games award additional damage or make it easier to hit if you call out your signature abilities. And I would recommend doing that rather than saying, I'm going to attack. Maybe even have them name their fighting style or something. And that's the really cool thing about Dungeons and Dragons is it is endlessly customizable, and your player characters need to have that aspect of them that separates one fighter from another if you're looking for a long campaign. Because if every fighter is the same, having multiple fighters in the same party gets boring. Question 39. A shapeshifting demon turns you into the familiar of one of your party members. What? Which member is it, and what form of the creature do you take? Or what form of creature do you take? I don't know if I like this, because it encourages the dungeon master or game master to transform one party member into a familiar. And, I would want this to be short-lived, as it affects player agency. I would pull the player affected to the side and ask them if they're okay being transformed, and if so, for how many sessions they're okay with it. And for the player, definitely, after it happens, see how it plays out. If you don't like it, talk to them so it can be reverted as soon as possible. And come up with a good reason it was reverted. Because otherwise it could feel tacked on, and then other players might view the game master differently or the player differently. Talk to your players, because you do not want to isolate running the game from your player choice, your player's agency. Okay. Question 40. Describe your character using 4 other fictional characters. What traits does your character borrow from each of them? Okay, so this could be a useful tool for NPCs. It's a useful tool for starting players. Once again, this is a session 0 question, especially for new players. And you want them to have this aspect to them so that way they may utilize it as a tool. So, Conan's fear of magic, Batman's dedication to justice without killing, Sherlock Holmes' addiction, but it makes him better at investigating. Just think of it in those terms. Like, it's traits, and that could be just as useful as the other thematic character choices that are made, like their bonds and flaws. In fact, I think I like this a little bit better because you're utilizing fictional characters most everybody's going to know, or you can introduce them to them in a rather quick way. All right, Kyburn 1 out.